Do it. Do it.
Do it. Done it.
Do it.
Done it.
Yeah, we'll do it quicker.
Hello and welcome back to the Easter Flory Models live build along, having fun, whatever it is. So I'm losing the plot now. When you've been doing it all day long to camera, it's like. Anyway, I hope you all had a very nice break from us. Probably, it's what we need. Hello to everybody back in YouTube land. Good evening, gentlemen who are down in there. Hello to Terry. And so, yes, hello. Where are we? We've got lots in live chat down in there, guys. Right, so one thing, don't forget the reason we're all here, buy stuff. I'm depressed. I haven't sold a single bottle of wash all day. So, comes the heavy sale now. Don't forget, you can pick up original Flory Models wash, as well as our new thick wash is available to buy with our new postage systems and all the rest of it. And if you do want a little bit of merch, we've got obviously our polo shirts, got our t-shirts, just £10. We've got aprons, hoodies, sticker mats, pigments, more washes, more sanders, and everything else like that. So we've got all of those. Also, don't forget, over on the PM store, we've got 15% off all model kits and 20% off all kinetic kits. This excludes, obviously, special offers and damaged box section and everything. So, yes, we've got lots of that. Plus, got all your tools and sundries and anything else you could shake a stick at.
As mentioned earlier, could you just click back on Kinetic, Bill, for me?
Kinetic? Well, we're going hard sell on Kinetic.
Yeah. The Kinetic is actually priced down as it is. There's not a further 20% off.
Yes.
That. Oh, C2, C7's gone.
C2, C7's. See you, sir. That's sold.
Yeah.
So, yes.
That's sold. So, yes, so they are the prices, but the 20% off, that's not 20% off, and that is from our old prices, which is a lot cheaper than the Kinetic's new prices. So,
yes,
grab a bargain.
Grab a bargain. Grab a bargain whilst you can. Don't forget, we're also live over on. Oh, I haven't got the queued up very well, have I? Over on our official Flory Models Instagram page. So if you tag your photo with us in, you'll get your photos shown up in here. Let me just refresh it. So we've got any more? Oh, look, got another one down in there. I've got a thud in paint. So if you do want to post up and get any pictures to us, you can do it just down in there like that. Don't forget as well, members, just pop yours into, if I show you, into the thread. Oh, there's a good photo. Of down in here. You're probably watching this one right now. So again, post them up down underneath here on the various pages as you make your way down on these, and then we can keep up with your work just down in there. Just also for people who can't find the chat room, it's here. Chat room is just literally here. You click on this little icon here. I won't do it again because I throw it out, and it gets you into here with this motley crew of all the Flory family down in here again. So if you want to talk to any of these guys or anything else or general chit chat down in there, you can get to us via the chat area just like that. Or, of course, you can come through our YouTube chat as well, is live. So if you've got any questions for us or anything else like that, by all means, feel free to have a chat in there as well. Cool. And don't forget, like and subscribe, and a thumbs up is much appreciated if you can't send cash. Cash is preferable.
That's one way of putting it.
Yes. So anyway, during the commercial break, which we didn't have any commercials, perhaps that's what we need to do, adverts everywhere. We've got, I've deckled this. To be honest, decals went on really, really well. It's a bit of a whiffy type thing because this is a slick. And I'm not sure it had these markings, but we've sort of done it for the old 1st of the 9th air cav. Yeah, go for that. Yeah. So that's in there as well. So as you can see, it's all done. Glasswork's all in. I'm going to tint these once I think I've got the actual wash on and everything else like that. But again, looking very, very nice. I've also done the rotors. So they're all weathered in and ready to go on. And I've done the tail rotor and I've done the rocket pods as well. These are ready to be fitted on once we get the wash on. So what I'm going to do is just going to slap liberally a coat of the original Flory Models Dark Dirt wash right the way over this because it'll dry quicker than the thick stuff will. And then we'll get that off and then we'll just get in here. So we just put a splodge down on there like that. It's really easy, this stuff. Then you get your brush full.
Phil, before you start, what's the tag for Instagram?
The what?
The tag for Instagram.
Just official Flory Models. I don't know why it's official. I didn't set it up, but officially.
I think they've done it a lot on YouTubers, haven't they? That you get an official thing now. I think we got something as well, haven't we, Matt?
Official PM. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Official PM models.
I think that's for Facebook, for YouTube.
Oh. So anyway, with the wash, quick demo if you've never seen it before. What planet are you on? But anyway, brush on, leave to dry, wipe off. Simple as that. Nothing fancy, nothing weird. Simple as that. And again, we're doing this a little bit out of sequence and everything. There's no flat coat or anything on this because I haven't got time for it to dry. So consequently, we're just going to put this straight onto neat paint and hope it's all right. So, and again, we can go over windows and all stuff like that. We're not worried about it because we'll clean it all off afterwards. Down in here. So again, we just go over the windows. We have to be a bit careful when we get all this off, clearly. But slippy, sloppy, slip, slap. Right the way over. And then again, once it's dried, which hopefully it'll do it very quickly. If not, I'm going to be borrowing Matt's hairdryer.
No, the XPS phone was on about Phil got it from Amazon, and I've got some off Amazon, to be honest.
Yeah.
They sell it in little bundles.
Yeah, in bundle packs and things like
3 or 4 or whatever. You can get different thicknesses as well. So I know, like I have got some AK stuff, but it's more of that when it first thingied. It's not something we've got in the shop really. But to be honest, like Amazon, you know,
I've got a ton of it here.
He has, yeah. John will send you some message John. He'll pack it up for you.
John at Royal Mail.
Yeah.
Right, so there we go. Wash is on. I'm going to let that dry, and then we'll hopefully be rubbing that off shortly. So yes. Anyway, John, how was your thing? I haven't filled in my little sheet. I don't know where everyone's sat. Hold on. So hold on. What we need to do is find John. There he is. John, how was your morning?
Oh, wonderful. Nothing better than working on an Easter Saturday.
Well, wasn't everyone jovial and feeding you eggs?
Oh, of course they were.
Were you happy as you were skipping along, delivering your letters?
No.
Oh, all right. Miserable soul. Right.
Hey, can't be any worse than Matt, say.
Well, yeah. Go on, Matt. Tell them about yours. Where's Matt?
My what?
About your news you had during the break.
Oh yeah, just yeah. I'd rather not, if I'm perfectly honest.
Are you still in shock over it?
I'm not overly impressed, but there you go. It is what it is. But
Fair
yes,
enough.
when I find out what the damage is, I'll let you all know. But until then, I'm going to keep it to myself.
Okay. I might just blurt it out.
Yeah, probably, knowing you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Right, okay. And Nathan,
Good.
how was dinner?
Dinner was nice. I got a McDonald's and I got in my house, which was nice.
That's all right. So Nathan can now use his own toilet again.
Yeah.
Instead of making his own iron brew.
That's the one.
Very, very nice indeed. Anyway, John, what are you working on?
A little change actually from the Hurricane, because I bought that yesterday.
Wow, nice. How many pounder is that?
It's actually £18.
Oh, no, I meant as in the weight of the shell.
You can either do the 25 or the 17 pounder.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's like the howitzer one or the anti-tank gun.
Right.
But yeah, I couldn't resist giving it a go. So I'm going to see if I can get it together as much as I can tonight.
Very nice. Excellent. Nice choice. Highly recommended. I must admit, I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed this thing. It's
nicely detailed. I'm half tempted, actually. They do the quad tractor.
Right.
As well. So I'm tempted to get that as well and do a little diorama.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What, now you've got a ton of XPS foam?
Yeah.
You can make most of it.
I got like there's five figures in this one, so I'm gonna have a go at figure painting as well.
Blimey. Someone's on it.
Yeah, I must admit, I haven't done the figures for this one because obviously time constraints. So yeah, no crew are on this one. It's in the powered down position.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, but it does mean we've got a lot of extras. if needed. Right, okay, so hello to everybody in the chat. So Greaves just joined us, Christopher's just joined us in there. Hello, hello, hello.
Good evening.
Has anyone built the models VIT BE12?
BE12?
What's a BE12?
The flying boat, isn't it?
Is it?
Is that the one with the funny wings?
Why, what makes you ask that?
There's a question in chat.
Oh, right.
That's the one with the gold wings, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or like the inverted gold wings.
Yeah.
No.
Question for John. Did you make it to the model show in Yeovil?
No.
Oh, no.
In a bit.
Well, that kills that question.
It
Right,
does rather, doesn't it?
fine.
Sure.
Okay, Jim's got a question. Is Tamiya lacquer thinner with retard available? Oh God, hold on, it's moving. Let me stop it. Hold on, it's wiggling around. With retarder available in the UK, Europe. Can't seem to find it in the US. Yeah, it's the orange top one.
Yeah.
I have it here. This one you want?
We've got it in stock, I think.
Retard. Sorry, that's my Boeing impression.
You're what?
500, 200, 100. Retard. Never heard of plane land? I think it's a bit personal when it's talking to the pilot like that. I think there's nothing wrong with his flying.
I can say it's a bit thingy to the pilot, isn't it?
Bit personal.
But never go.
Oh. So yes, you should be able to get it. Have we got it in stock? Shall I have a look?
It should be in the thinners bit, yeah.
Hold on. Thinners and glues. Thinners. Here it is. Yes, we do. Just yours for £9.99.
It is from the US though.
And then about £100 postage to the US.
Yeah. Yes. I think we'd have struggled to get that to the US, to be honest. Being a bit flammable.
Flammable, isn't it?
Yes.
Royal Mail might not be very.
So what are you doing to his helmet, Matt?
Texturising it.
It's a good job this isn't a podcast.
Isn't it?
It seems a very gentle touch.
Yeah. Texturising his helmet.
Is that what you're doing?
So wrong.
Yes, thank God this isn't the podcast.
And a bit of wet blending.
Nice. Okay.
I was having the paintbrush conversation earlier. I like these broken toads.
And where are they made?
I have no idea. The Kalinsky Sable. I think I've got 4. I've got 4 or 3. You don't get many because that's all you need. I think. I think I've got 3 or 4. I can't remember what I've got of them. Hold on. You get a set. Oh yeah, you get a 3-0, a 0, a 1, and a 2, and that's got a lovely doofer on it. Look, that's the number 2. Look at the point on that.
That's a very sharp point.
And then that one I think is a bit useless, to be honest. The number 3, unless you detail. I'll try it on the eyes because that one. You see that? I haven't even had the. I don't think I've ever used the. There you go. You see
I've
that?
got a broken toad as well.
Yeah, yours is probably broken. You're right.
It's got the odd little hair coming out of it, but it's still got a bit of a point.
Yeah, these are quite nice brushes actually. Yeah,
Kalinsky Sable, apparently.
Yeah, got on the.
It's not like some of my better ones. This one's a
gaming people use them for their figures and that. Where's the other one? I've got some another company called, I think they're at work, Red Grass Games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're ones that I've got them at work. Yeah, they're not bad either, but yeah, these are quite nice brushes actually.
Very nice.
They're now got a few different ones, but yeah.
Peter says it doesn't think that Broken Toad is trading anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
So they really are broken now then.
Yeah, proper Broken Toad.
Piston broke.
Piston broke.
And can I just say?
No, you can't.
No, can't.
What?
Get them.
Well, not if they're not trading. No, these
No, the blue clamps I've got on my Spitfire.
Yeah, can't get them. Long gone. May they rest in pieces. Okay, question. I've got a 2-year-old Eclipse HPCS nut are tight, nozzle needle new, all cleaned, and it sprays then stops. Any suggestions? Is the paint the right consistency? If you've got a new nozzle in it, then I would suggest your paint is just too thick.
What paint are you using?
Because it's probably getting into your nozzle and needle area and then clogging, because it can't actually atomize by the time it comes out. Yeah. Also, the big thing is, what is the size of needle nozzle set you've got? You might find that you literally just need to thin it to an inch of its life. Might help. Little tip for you. Shameless plug, I know, but if you pop over to the tutorials area, it's all free to watch. If you go down to the one I've done on basic airbrushing, I'm not trying to teach people how to suck edge, but you'd be amazed the amount of people I get feedback from this saying, you know what, it's brilliant. So I've got a thing down in here about obviously in the bite size series, so they're not massively long, but you've got one on airflow and troubleshooting, which answers a lot of these questions. We've got one about mixing your paints and the thinnesses and things like that. Talk about that one down in there. I've got another separate one about paint mixes, air pressure and distance, how they all affect each other, about your spraying patterns and textures. We've got one down in here, which is basically doing primer work and putting down single coats. We've got ones on camo, and we've got one down in here talking about textures. I know we were talking about textures earlier. And then over on here, I've got various pictures to show you the difference. So if you look on this one, you can see it's quite speckly. And then you've got one that's smoother, and you've got one that's very smooth. And this is teaching you the difference. And all that is different consistencies of paint. Air pressure and distance are the same, but it will show you the differences you actually get from it. So I do have these helpful little pickies next to it as well, which hopefully tries to explain it a little bit as well. So on here, we talk about obviously distances and how it affects consistencies of paint. And as you can see, it's got the different ones all down in here showing how it works. So again, they're not massively long videos, but they'll really, really help you out with these things. Down in here, we've got things that talk about when you get bubbles in your color cups and all the things to it. Down in here, we talk about nozzle sizes and having the correct outer cap for your nozzle, for your needle to work. A lot of people think you can just change your nozzle and needle size. It doesn't work like that. The outer cap diameter is the amount of air that comes out around it as well. It's really important that they all match. You can see in here, this is a 0.4 and that is a 0.2. So again, these are end caps, nothing to do with nozzles. If you're getting the wrong way round, you won't be getting anything out at all, because you need the air pressure also to push out the paint. If you've got no sort of vacuum to atomize, you've got no paint coming through. And that can be another reason you've got no paint coming through. So, because I know a certain someone had trouble with their airbrush and had that trouble, didn't they, Matt?
Yeah, do you know what? That airbrush is actually crap. Even though you changed it and serviced it for me.
Yes.
It's still never, I don't know. It's not
Which
brilliant.
airbrush was it?
The H&S Evo, isn't it?
Evo.
I don't know what it is with it. It just seems like loads of paint coming out of it, like it's a 0.6 or something, rather than a 0.2. I do need to get a service kit for it, I think, and change it. But yeah, it worked for a little bit after you brought it, and I got it back from you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if the nozzle's gone again. I don't know if the nozzle's worn out again and split, or I don't know. Because obviously I don't really use it anymore, do I? It's in the drawer. So I moved on to a Fengerbanger 500.
Yes.
Sorry, you can't see me painting the eyes. I'm just attempting to paint some eyes. One's going to look, but it's always easy. I don't know why, but it's one side's always easier to paint than the other.
That's all right. He's just got a squint, or he's had a stroke.
Yeah, it does look a bit, doesn't it? I need that to dry off, to be honest. I've just over-thinned my paint on the right eye looking to you, I think.
Yes.
Thing is, if you're doing eyes, don't stress about it because you can always go back in with your base colour and because it's light, there you go, that's better. And just touch around it, just draw it back in. But the eyes, the sculpting on the eyes of these dragon kits ain't brilliant, if I'm honest. Not, yeah, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm sorry you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm like literally on top of it. So I can see what I'm doing. I need a head cam. GoPro. Phil, you never sent me that link.
To what?
That camera.
Oh yeah, I will do. I'll do that after the show. So obviously it's a bit difficult till you get lots more information. Like we need to know nozzle size and things like that. What paint you're spraying? Are you doing acrylics? You're doing lacquers? You know, there's lots of different variables. You could do having all the information, and then when you know it, if it's starting to spray, then stops. I would say you've probably got your paint too thick. It's thin just as it blows out what's got into the nozzle first, and then it's obviously getting thick. You know, your other thing as well, if you've cleaned out your airbrush with, say, lacquer thinners, and then you put acrylics into it, even the residue of what's in there, even if it's dry, will reactivate and make it go thick. So you can have trouble with that as well. The easiest way to do it is just put thinners through it, airbrush cleaner or something, or water, and see if it still happens. If it's doing it after that, then there's got to be something in there. But the great thing with airbrush is, technically, the needle pulls back, it lets paint through. It's as simple as that. It's not mechanical in any way that's going to be complicated parts in there that are going to fail. It can leak, but that's something different. Phil, perhaps you can mount loudspeakers on the side of the Huey? Yeah, you could do. Stick a few big speakers on the side. I can't play the music, I'll get it done. Although I really want to. Might be worth a copyright strike.
Hey, is all right though, isn't it? Classical music. You could pay the flight.
That's it. I'll just demand it as being, obviously fair usage.
Yeah, I'm sure because it's so old, it don't count the copyright and all that rubbish.
I bet it does.
No, I don't think so. Try it.
Who wrote it? Was it Wagner?
Wagner.
Was it Wagner?
I think it was Wagner. Ragnar wrote it.
It was Ride of the Valkyrie, wasn't it?
Yeah, look, he has. Look at his eye, look. He's like winking.
Oh, what are you in there for?
I need to put a patch on it. He needs a patch over his eye. Hey ho. Anyhow, right, chat. It's going off in chat. Yes, Wagner.
Was it Wagner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. My God, I was right.
Yeah.
Right.
Jeff Wagner was his name.
Hold on.
Oh, no, it's not. It's put Yes Wagner.
What, his name was Yes Wagner?
Yes, Wagner wrote it. Play it anyway, Phil, in the background.
You can't hear this, they can.
We can't hear anything.
Just have to whistle along for us.
Right, you can't have any more.
Is that it?
That's like 22 seconds. I'll get copyrighted for that. You wait. It'll be binging me in a minute.
Are you waiting for the strike?
I'll wait for it to come through.
Demonetized.
So, I've had a link sent to me on the other chat about the brushes I was asking about.
Yeah.
So there is actually a place in the UK, but they ain't got the number 2s in stock. So, but hey ho, at least it's something to remember. So I'll note that place and save it so you can. But anyway, Christopher's got me some, so not a problem. So
what are the prices like on the UK store compared to?
Not too bad actually, mate. No, they're all right. Yeah, they're not too bad. Number 2, and number 2 is where is it? Because it's out of stock. I don't know. It didn't got a price on it. £6.79p.
Oh, it's miles cheaper than a.
Sorry, this item is out of stock though, but yeah. But the others, they've got one here that's £24.99 for a round number 20.
How much would a thing one cost?
Thing is though, these aren't Kalinskis, you know. These are.
Oh, are they? All right.
No. Because this is different. These are different brushes. They're.
Those broken toed ones are Kalinsky Sable.
They are definitely. It says on them.
Yes, that's why I'm reading it. I'm not clever. I'm just reading it.
Yeah, Kalinsky Sable. These are the Mark II. What mark have you got? I think I've got Mark IIs. Mark IIIs I've got, sorry.
This is a Mark II.
Oh, I've got Mark III.
I've got an O Mark II.
Oh, right. I know. Have you got?
Yes.
Who sent you them? Somebody sent them you, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah. Right, so I've got a 1, a 0, a 1, a 3, a 0, and a 2.
Artist Opus are another good brush, aren't they? That a lot of gamers use.
Say again, John.
Artist Opus.
Yes, that's another one. Yeah. There's a lot of people doing them, isn't there? I mean, I've got some of the Abteilung 502 ones as well. So, yeah. I mean, I think still the best on the market are the Windsor and Newtons mini series ones. They are nice brushes. But they are not.
Those Tamiya ones I've got.
Yeah, they're good.
They're expensive, but
Yeah, what they're called? Series 7s, isn't it? Finest sable from England. But my number one's sort of,
yeah, don't get the miniature ones though.
No, you want the normal one.
What does a sable look like?
It's like a ferret, isn't it?
Is it like a ferret? Is it?
Like a pine marten or something, I think. Yeah.
Just with no hair.
I was going to say, are they all bald?
A mink, like a mink.
Do you shave them or pluck them?
I have no idea.
Do you? Is that where people have a sable farm somewhere?
Yeah, look, like a mink.
Oh. Yeah, but does this mean that the poor little minky sable thing's given its life to make a paintbrush?
Isn't it like just the tail as well? Bit that.
I don't know.
Oh God, it's getting even worse. You mean they cut the tails off them?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I don't know.
T3.
I think
little critters.
Martin's got. I think you skin them.
Oh, so these poor little buggers are skinned for a couple of hairs to stick out of a wooden stick.
Wow.
Actually,
Not
great.
vegan then.
Yeah,
Not
they're
vegan
not plethora.
Yeah, that's a good point. What do like vegan artists use?
Yeah, started something now. What do vegan artists use?
Oh my God! Tim's just put. Can you get vegan brushes?
Oh.
Well, they're not going to, because the synthetic brushes are they're not the same as a proper animal hair one, I suppose, if you want to, or animal fur, whatever way you want to look at it. So, don't know. That's a moral one, isn't it, for the...
Yes.
Yeah. That could start a big argument somewhere.
I was going to say, this could kick off into something.
Well, it's a question that needs to be asked, isn't it?
Well, that's it. What happened to the poor little minky thing? The little sable.
They're skinned for the pelt. There you go. Well, it's only like a rabbit. Rabbits get skinned, don't they?
So that's all the art students having an absolute wobbly fit, isn't it?
Yeah, this is it now.
Yeah, that's it.
I never registered this. Is there a cruelty-free brush?
That's it now. I'm going to start a new thing.
There you go, see. Yeah, we're on the pulse. We're down with the youths now.
That's it. I'm going to be doing a march.
Yeah.
Free the sables.
Is that? Well, I wonder what they do with the rest of the animal. And skin it.
Sure, it's purely disposable.
Kebabs.
Right, just borrow the camera a sec. Right, okay, so wash is dried, as you can see. On and dry. Oh, God, this camera is playing up a bit tonight. I'll do it in the wider one, as you can see. So we just take our little cloth and we give a test rub, see what it's doing. And to be honest, because it's going over something quite shiny, it's actually coming off really well. Getting a bit tighter, you can see. So we wet the cloth just a little bit. And then we go over. And as we can see, we are greeted by perfect panel lines are going to be fine. They're still very wet in those deep ones, but I can't wait much longer. Otherwise, we're never going to get the oils on at this rate. So, yeah, so we're going to get this one off. So literally, it will just darken out all the panel lines right the way over it as we make our way through. So we're going to be very, very delicate when we go over things like the decals, because obviously they've only been down about 10 minutes as well. So just being very, very mindful and careful. And then obviously this is just going to act like a bit of a panel line wash really, and a little bit of a weathering scrub right over it. But yeah, hopefully it'll give us just a little bit of weathering on here before we pop in with some oils, because I want to pop around this with a little bit of oils just to weather it in a little bit more heavily. So yes, what could possibly go wrong?
Nothing. Be fine.
So normally what you do is let your paint coat dry and everything for a good 24 hours before coming in.
But not you.
We haven't got that luxury here.
No, we're not on tomorrow.
No, we're not here tomorrow, so we're going to pile into this and try and get all of this off in one. So yeah, that's what I'll do here. I'll bring this down a bit. We can have a bit of half and half. There we go. I shouldn't have put the guns on. It's a bit of a bugger to get round.
When's Eurovision on?
May.
When?
In May.
Is it? Is it up your neck of the woods, Nate?
It is. It's all going a bit Eurovision bunkers in Liverpool.
You should go.
I tried to get tickets, but sold out.
Yeah?
Yeah, they've gone within 20 minutes. There's like a big sort of street festival, loads of stuff going on. You're like little Ukraine.
They're all about doing it in cinemas, aren't they, and everything?
Yeah.
It's a bit funny. For years we thought Eurovision was a complete joke. And we used to just enter it for really chits and giggles, but now it's all serious again, isn't it?
Yep.
Think there'll be political voting?
Oh, Ukraine might win it again.
Do you reckon?
Well, it's the only way we came second.
You say it was like little Ukraine, Nathan?
Yeah, it's going to be
I know Liverpool's pretty bad, but I didn't say it was.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be running around. Calm down, calm down.
Never say that in Liverpool.
All the shell suits have been getting a wash.
Oh, God. I apologise to anybody who comes from Merseyside for my colleague.
I'm allowed to do it because I'm from Devon. It's a bit like one of those things. You're only allowed to take the sort of piss out of your own.
Right.
So, you know, when you're from down in this part of the world, you get away with things like that because we're worse.
You've got a point.
Could be worse. Could be Somerset, though. That's really bad. Isn't it, John?
We all feel like pirates.
Who are
Pirates of Penzance.
Pirates of Taunton.
A lot of porch pirates. You have a lot of porch pirates.
Don't think we get many round here, as in Devon wise. It's not, or it's not spoken about. It's not rife, put it like that. I don't know, John, do you get much reports of it happening?
Not that I know of.
Usually it's just destroying everyone's parcels before you've even got it when they throw it over the fence.
Also, I don't think I've ever heard of anybody having anything nicked. You do see it on places, don't you?
I've seen it on the TV. It's one of them things that happens a lot in the States, isn't it? By looks of it on Instagram and all them.
I saw someone on, like I say, on YouTube. They go to went someone's house and he comes out with an AR. They're trying to nick his parcel.
It's quite extreme. Right, got my little bits of cardboard. So weathering done, wash on and off. So now it gives it a little bit more detail. Sort of brings it to life. Now, ideally, I'd like to put a satin finish right over this to bury the decals a bit, but clearly we don't have time today. That's all done now. I think it's worked very nicely, actually. It's come along quite well. Giving it a little bit of weathering. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop her along here, and we're going to pop down a little bit of yellow just to lighten out some of the green. I don't think it's going to make any difference being on here because it's quite dry, this one. You know, we were talking about how much the linseed oil is in the oils. Have you found the yellow doesn't have bugger all?
No, certain colour, white don't have much because I think it's the pigment, you know, because the pigments are quite light, I suppose. Yeah. I tend to find it's the because I've got mine leaching in. It's the browns. Actually, hold on, I'll show you my palette because I was leaching so I can see which has got the most linseed oil. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So they like obviously the yellows look not a lot. White, barely any. Blue.
Yeah.
I suppose they're pure pigment, aren't they? If you think about it, primaries. In fact, red's not got a lot either.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at these. Look, the
blacks and.
Well, that's like sepia. Industrial earth. I think that one's black. I think that one of them's dark mud. That could be dark mud. I think that's sepia. That's industrial earth. But they, no, sorry, that's dark rust. I think there's one of the rust colours. Actually, the rust colours aren't bad. That's dark rust, light rust. But yeah, I mean that one there. Look at that one. And that's. I think that one. I don't even know what colour that is. Couldn't tell you what colour that is. I'll have to think it. But yeah, that's still like sopping wet. That's light mud. I mean that green as well. Look, there's Glenny in there. But it's an older tube as well.
Yeah.
Don't know if some of it's leached out. So yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh,
suit you, sir.
Yeah. Everybody needs to get a finger bang of hairbrush.
Definitely. So what I'm doing now is we're just coming on with some yellow because obviously being made up of the green on the lighter side. So we're just going to pop around, centre the panels. And this is, I know everyone's going to be, oh, you could, yeah, I know, don't care because I'm just doing it because it's quick. So I'm just going to pick out the big stuff for the minute. So we're just going to pop in here. And then I'll tell you what, we do it in each section and I'll bomb along whilst you look at other people. If I can just find a decent brush. Right, so clean brush on there just like that. So all we're going to do is just gently blend these around. So I'm just going to pop in. So the whole point is, it should be to the point, as I reckon, it just about goes. So if I go a bit closer, you can see you've just got them sort of sitting here still. So this is just a dry brush and we're just blending in. But you don't want to lose it, so don't go too far with it because you're going to be doing other things which will maneuver this around. So all you're doing is just causing slightly lighter areas just in here. So you're just coming in, and this has got very heavy rivet detail, but straight away you can see how we're sort of fading and changing it. And again, just do it till it's sort of barely visible, so it doesn't stand out too much, and you can really start to fade it in just by going around like this. And again, we're going to come over with other coats in a minute, and it's going to make it pop, because we're going to actually do a little bit of post shading right the way over it. So it's one of those, you sort of see it like that, you can hopefully see how it's lightening it compared to the original. So there's your original colour. That's what we've done to it there. But don't keep going, because otherwise all you're going to do is buff it in and spread it too thin. So that's those, and then obviously we're just going to pop down in here in the same fashion and pick out just some areas. So usual thing, if it's a big area, you can get a good dollop in it. If it's quite small, just do little ones. Again, same round in here around the back. And if it's too tight where you can't tell, I just sort of make it up. You just give it a bit of a dab here and there. Give it a dab and it'll be fine.
Give a dab. Dib dab.
Dib dabs, they were good. Always a fan of a dib dab. And again, like I said, if you didn't see me do this before, members, when we did it on the Tempest, it's one of those things. If it's not looking right, don't panic, Mr. Mandarin. You can easily get rid of this with a little cloth and a little bit of something else. So there we go. We've got it all down the side here. So same thing again. We're just going to come in. If you don't put too much on a model this size, you probably won't have to clean your brush. It may be a case, if you're doing a bigger project though, that you might saturate your brush and it will have too much of the yellow on it. So you want to clean it off a little bit. But the trouble is, if you clean it off with a little bit of thinners, what's going to happen is you're going to be in a situation where it's going to be wiping it away way too easy, because the thinners will reactivate it. So again, just coming across. Okay, it's good for wearing over decals, so don't be frightened of going over the decals. There we go. It's starting to all wear through now. So you're sort of just getting this patchy type look. I'll just do this side, and then we can quickly do a post shade job over it as well.
Yeah, Richard, that's the one, the FE180 with the 0.2 and 0.3 nozzle. At 20 odd quid in it.
Is that another finger being ordered?
Looks like it.
I'm going to have to join the club then.
Finally for money, they're fantastic, aren't they?
Well, you got it for 23 quid or whatever it is.
Price
If you order it now, Nathan, you'll get it tomorrow.
True, true.
And that's the great thing, because it comes from Amazon. I'll tell you what, we really should have done an affiliate.
We should do Amazon affiliate.
In a minute, I'm going to have to mute the other half's home.
This year.
If you order it now,
go mental.
you're going to make some poor chap have to deliver it on Easter Sunday.
John will do it personally, won't you, John?
I was going to say, it won't be me, that's for sure.
Here we go, mute yourself.
It's all right. She might not be too bad. She ain't gone mental yet. She's slightly out of practice. For everyone who knows me, you know what my dog does when the other half comes home.
Oh. There's somebody at the door.
God, she's terrible.
What is?
The dog. Not the other half. She's fine. Because when she goes mental.
Be careful with that. Be careful where you're going with that one, Phil.
That's amazing. She's made it through. She's out of practice. I did shut the door and everything, but you know what she's like. Right, here we go. Starting to do its bit now. Last bit just down under here. Hopefully you can see we're sort of mottling in down under here. It's working really well actually, this green. This yellow and this green are very compatible. Cool. Right, with that bit done, then we switch over to just a slicey brush, as I call it. Nice little chisel one. Grab a little bit of the black, and as you can see, you get it all over your hands, and now I've got it all over my desk. It's the gift that keeps giving, the oils.
Yeah.
Right, so we just grab on a brush, pick up a very light amount, and we're just going to preload the brush onto like this. So we just take it. So what you're doing is basically moistening or dampening, for people who don't like the word moist, your brush. Get a nice sharp edge from it as well. Then we're just going to come over to a bit of kitchen towel, and we're just going to knock off a good amount, because we want this to be one of these things that will build up. You're not putting it on, you're building it up. So you want to start it very, very lightly and build up as you go. So you knock it all off until when you're rubbing it on here lightly, nothing really comes off. It's very, very light. Then what we can do, we can come in, so we can see we've naturally got panel lines with the rivets running across here. Then all we're going to do is very lightly, we're just going to follow these over, and it will cause us like a post shading effect right the way through. And then again, we just do on these. So again, there, way too much. Suddenly went too much. So it's too much on the brush, trying to rush it. So we just knock a bit more off. And again, you just want this to be a staining effect. You can use it for exhausts and everything, but we're just going to use it really for panel lines here. And add weathering in. So we're just sort of weathering and adding grime. So if you're always worried about airbrushing, post shading and things like that, this is a great little technique. And of course you can come along with this and reblend. So we're just going to pop over here, and we're just going to cause some grime and weathering and various things. But it's one of those ones you want it to build up really, really slowly rather than being a one and done. So like all dry brushing, you really want to be building this up slowly. So we're just following around panel lines now, just to put this in. Obviously there's a bit more down the back end here, being hilly. I'm speeding this a little bit, but you get the idea. So we're just really adding just a little bit of depth. And again, it really is the gift that keeps giving, because you won't need to load up your brush for a long, long time. Yeah, so we're getting something like this coming in now. Schnacey, schnacey. Come down this side. And like all dry brushing, when it starts to wear off, you can go a little bit harder with it. Just starting to wear out now where it's not coming through very much, so we're just going to grab this again, load up a little bit more, and then again unload the brush. Everybody all right out there? All very quiet.
Concentrating, making sure I put the cowling on the right way up. Put a few things on upside down today.
Let's go into questions. A quick look.
Sorry about that. I'm back. I forgot I'd muted myself to do my hairdryer.
You know, I'm engineers. We built bridges and Brits in Germany. Now, I'm engineers dig trenches and graves.
Didn't you dig your own trenches, Andy?
Depends how needy you were.
How desperate.
Did you see that thing in Ukraine where the Russians borrowed, clearly, a digger, JCB, to dig trenches? Bright, big yellow JCB that they'd obviously nicked for digging trenches. So the Ukrainians come along and, obviously dropped a drone grenade on it, set it alight.
Nothing goes right for him, does it?
Right, there we go. We're pretty much happy with that. What do we reckon?
Have a look.
Boss, as they say in Liverpool.
Looking good, that.
Mm.
Are you pleased?
Yes, I am actually. Very, very pleased. Very, very good job. Happy with that, I must admit.
Did you reply to John Harry about the finger banger?
Yeah, it's the 180, isn't it?
180 FE 180K says with a 2.1 and 3.0.
Yeah, that's the one you want. Where's that gone? Darn.
Right, so we'll pop our rocket pods on. I've got a couple more little aerials to go on, but we're pretty much there.
Are you nearly done?
I am nearly done.
It's 25 past 8.
I'll build another one. I've got loads of time.
You could build a
says
little
here looks lovely bit of work.
I'm not bad for a day's work. If I do say so myself.
Looking good. I've lost the blooming cover off my brush. I don't know them little clear sleeves that go up
Yeah,
to
I know you mean. Yeah.
I don't know what I'll do with them. Honest to God, it's just, yeah.
One of life's little mysteries.
Yeah. Things are 5 tonight. What's going on here? Move that.
Okay, rocket pods on.
So, wheel shot. Yeah, you've got that one. Wheel shot. We're getting there. Got some harsh transitions to blend in, but we're getting there with him.
Hold on, let me come over to you. Where are you?
It's a bit rough at the minute, but a bit of filters and glazers, should I say, should blend all them harsh transitions from the.
Mm-hmm. What about his eyeballs? How'd you do that?
With great difficulty.
Or is he going to be a blind one?
And a steady hand. No, he's not. No, I'm going to do his eyes. To have to G myself up to do eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, nerve wracking.
You not get decals?
You can get decals actually, or used to be able to. Yeah, I can't remember if it was Archer who did them. I'm sure Archer did them. This would have been 35th, 16th, and thingy. I don't know. You got an old sheet of them, but no, got to paint your own. It's good practice. Yeah. What's happening in chat? Thanks, Chris. It's getting there. It's not perfect by any stretch, but we're getting there with it. It's like one of them thingy heads, look. Ooh, mechanical heads, isn't it?
He's like your Fester in the unit.
Fester. Yeah, that's what I talked to Lisa about that. I said we need to mount Fester upstairs on one of the posts.
Looking
Yeah.
Yeah. But I want him remote control, like so he spins. Get some animatronics in it, isn't it?
Yes.
Mount him to that camera and that'll.
Oh, I think
you could put his eyes in the camera.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Put camera eyes on it so he can, spy on anybody coming in.
Yeah, if anybody doesn't know, we've got a head. Not a real one, clearly.
His nickname's the Gimp.
Where did you get it from? That
it's a Halloween thing that I've had for since about 2008, I think. I got it from Asda.
It's proper.
When they had the Halloween stuff on, they used to have loads, and he's like a little waiter that you put trick or treat sweets in, so in a little bowl that he used to hold.
Yeah.
But people's borrowed it over the years because it's like so freaky. Oh, can I borrow it? And it got ruined, to be honest. Like the body and stuff, but I've still got the head. So yeah,
fair enough.
it's certainly creepy.
It's what?
He is a bit creepy, to be honest.
I think the thing is, I want to airbrush his eyes so they're a bit, because he's got like bright blue eyes, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he needs to be a bit more darker, shall we say? There was another one. There was another sort of mannequin that you could buy at the same time that was about 7 foot tall, which was like Lurch, I suppose, so a butler type thing.
Yeah.
And that was quite cool as well. But yeah, I like things like that. It's just weird and yeah. So yeah, I think we should mount him.
Zone.
You what, sorry?
It's like something off the Twilight Zone. It wakes up at night and haunts your neighbourhood, doesn't it?
Yeah. It freaks them out next door. The unit, yeah. They borrow it and put it in cupboards and stuff. So like somebody opens a cupboard and that's staring at it. It'd be better if it could get it to move though. Question: what make oils do I need to get? I haven't worked with oils before, but see Phil doing the post shading on the U made me want to give it a go. You want Abteal on 502s, Leighton, which we sell in our shop.
Have we got the aircraft set in?
Don't know, probably. No.
I've put some in for order, but
right, because we've got to do an AK order, to be honest. So they do sell, but It's Abteil on 502s anyway
Hmm.
that we use mainly, which are geared really for the colours for what we do in it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
My primary sort of go-to colours, as I say, is the old ABT 005, which is smoke, which is technically sepia. And then obviously we've got Luftwaffe yellow. I find it's quite a good one. They also do another one called, what's the green one? Starship Phil?
Starship Phil, yeah.
Starship Phil's that muddy, greeny, grey colour.
Yeah. If you're working with greys, then ABT 170 light grey is the one that I used. Obviously, it's the one I used all over the Tempest. And a nice brown as well is called Dark Mud, ABT 130.
I think too. Well, obviously, because you're more aircraft oriented than me, the two colours I like are dark mud and light mud. Light mud's are brilliant for a dust colour. And then obviously, if you mix that with a bit of white, because buff's a bit yellow. There's a buff colour and a dust colour. I don't think I've got the dust. And I'll have to look at the dust. There is a dust colour as well. They do, and yeah, just look on the site and they're in their own bit, so it's not hard to see them. But yeah, the aircraft set just covers all aircraft, doesn't it? Really, you can do loads
a
with it.
Bit of everything in there. But if the aircraft set's designed World War II.
Yeah.
So you might want to go for if you're doing modern stuff, especially you'll need to pick up a light grey.
Yeah.
Light grey we just said is actually quite a good one.
Yeah. And there's neutral grey and there's loads. Like I said, there's loads of different colours you can do. You want a blue, yellow, don't you? Stuff like that.
Yeah, I can show you on here. This is literally, I've just put a load of the yellow onto here. Hold on. So I've just put a load of yellow onto here. You can see that door. That's the original colour. So you can see how it fades it. So that's just because I put a sprinkling of yellow onto here and how it's changed the colour dramatically, from one to the other. But then by the time you come in and you do some sort of post-shade work down in here as well, and obviously you can pop along with other bits, you can absolutely change it all up. But it's one of these things you can just keep playing with and, and work along with. And I'm just using it for, general, just all over it. But really what you could do is obviously be a bit more specific with it. So as I said before, you can target just corners of panels and lighten them up on one side. I've just done a really quick job on this thing, but as I say, it's one of those areas where the more you work with oils, the more versatile they are. And if it all goes completely tits up, then it's not a problem. You can just come straight back in with a little bit of thinners, enamel, low odor thinners, things like that. Great for this. You can just pop it over the top and away you go, and just wipe it all off and go again. You're probably gonna have to wait a good day for it to dry off before you come back at it, but you can just do that. But yeah. Very nice.
No, they're just versatile, aren't they? I'm really getting into oils, I'll be honest. I think they're just, a really nice medium to work with for weathering and thingy. Because they're thin as well, because they're like transparent, really, aren't they? Or semi-transparent. It's hard to go overboard with them because you have to build it up. So you can't really just, make a complete cock-up of it off the bat.
Yeah.
So, like I say, the only thing we always say is just make sure you drain them into it.
Yeah, put them on here. You can probably see the yellows coming off of here again already, even though that yellow looked really dry.
Yeah.
You can actually see here, you haven't gone through the bottom yet, but how it's leaching out. And that's only been on there, half hour since we started?
Yeah. I started my palette about 6:30, I think. So, I'll get to do it tonight, I don't know, because just doing this, what we've got left, half an hour. But yeah. I mean, they last for a good few days anyway as well, and if you stick them in a sealed tub or something, they can last a bit longer.
Yeah.
The only thing with oils is there is a lot of waste.
Yeah.
It's just, I think there is in general with paint anyway, like we've said, but oils, seem to, because you don't need a lot of it because it goes such a long way. Like Phil pointed out as well, for dry brushing, they're just amazing for dry brushing.
I remember that one of I started to get really back in oils is when I did the Bandai big Millennium Falcon, and I did loaded up the brush and did the entire Falcon top and bottom in one lot. Where if I was dry brushing with acrylics, I'd have to reload about 1,000 times.
I mean, the only other good thing, like we've said, with if you want to dry brush, it's actually enamels as well, because they're brilliant for dry brushing. But I think oils is, like you say, I think a lot less smelly.
Yes.
So yes.
You want a good quality thinner, like Abteilung.
Yes, that is the other thing.
Odorless.
Yeah. Sorry, Andy. Just don't go down B&Q and get their finest turpentine. You want a good, refined.
Which is, to be honest, the thing I made the biggest mistake, because when I first got all tried oils, I never got on with them. They never worked for me, and that is purely because that's what I was doing. I was using the cheap thinners, and it just doesn't work. You need something a little bit more subtle, even if that, or something like I quite like this. This is the old De Laroni low odor thinners.
Yeah, any of them.
So it's a nice refined. If it's a refined thinner, the nicer they are, if you like, the less whiff you're going to have. If it stinks, chances are it's a bit of rough cut stuff. The lower, the more it's been refined, the less they smell.
I think as well you want artist grade, don't you? Artist grade.
Yes.
Odorless thinner, white spirit, whatever they want to call it. That's what it is.
It's the same with the oils themselves. You don't want to get tempted to buy like the cheaper stew type oils.
Yeah.
Because the pigment's a bit gritty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just not right. They say I just tried one of those cheap set of enamels, and I had cheap. Well, everything was cheap, but it was like cheap oils from one of these cheap book places.
Mm.
And it was like, yeah, no, that's not happening.
Yeah. Again, you're just making life hard for yourself, aren't you?
Hmm.
I mean, they might seem expensive, but they do last a long time.
They last forever.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to be going out buying tubes every month or so.
No.
I think actually, you know, out of all the paint, oils are probably the best value for money. Because a little goes a long way. They last forever, you know. And if the top's on correct, they don't go off either, do they? That's the thing. You know, you just got to make sure the lids are cleaned properly, because that's the problem I've got with some of mine. I can't get the lids back on, so they're going to dry out, which will be a bit of a pain, but.
Okay, so I'm going to put the ammunition. What is the other thing? Where's the super glue? Oh, there it is. Super glue. No, bit more fresh super glue. Last finishing touches. Well, I can honestly say I've had a very, very pleasant day today.
Oh, good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. This little airfix kit's been a belter.
Right, so the slicks didn't have the sliding doors on at all. So I'll leave them off to one side. I'm literally just waiting on an aerial to dry, and that's my last bit to go on. Right, okay, I'm back in chat. Right, what do we get? Phil, roughly what grit were the Flory green and white polishes? Roughly around about 12,000. Because they were. One side 12,000. So it's 12,000 grit by 20,000, you want to know, on the white side. Which are, where is it? Have I got one here? I have. It's this one. do you need to seal the oils with a varnish? No, I
No.
don't, because they continue to dry longer than you probably think as well. So you don't really want to cover them up. You could do. I don't think it would hurt them. But definitely I tend to leave them as is. What you find as well, if you can see, you get quite a nice sheen with it, because it's where you've been rubbing and polishing as well as you've been going round. You get it. That will flatten off as the rest of that oil comes out. Because again, definitely with this, because it was done so quickly, it's going to take longer to come out. But, you know, as you say, I just whipped round that as you saw it in half hour. So normally you would leave it a little bit longer. And to be honest with you, if it had a satin finish, the oils would have gripped a little bit more, which would have been a bit easier to work with, because this was going over a very smooth, glossy type coat. So consequently, you didn't have a lot of run time on that one. So,
Same thing though, again, you know, when oils are dry, they're dry, they ain't coming off. You're not going to reactivate them.
No, you'll be absolutely fine on them.
Yeah.
Just think of the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
What, are they still drying on that?
I hope not.
Yeah, Michelangelo's is still drying, is it?
Right, I've got to do the green at the top. Where's my new brushes? Good point. What did I do with them? Here they are.
I wonder if he leached his paints out for you.
Who knows?
I would have thought so.
What's right?
If he had Winsor and Newtons.
So just a bit of clear green going on top. Nice thin coat with my new super duper Trago Mills genuine whatever hair.
Oh, are these your brushes you got?
These are those cheapo ones that I bought over Tragos.
Yeah.
I mean, high quality brushes I bought over Trago Mills.
Yeah, very high quality, mate.
There we go. We have green on the tops.
Gosh, I got colours.
Brushes. Right, this dry yet. Give it another minute or two. Be ready for going on. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Got a bit of clear green on the roof like that, so they don't get any UV. Or some helicopters have blue ones, or smoked. Paul says, a lot better now, Phil. I remember the live show you did a couple of years ago when you were feeling rough. I did. I was throwing up in a bucket next to you.
Oh, yeah, that was, yeah.
I kept muting the bucket. You guys didn't see it. I was muting it, going down, throwing up in a bucket, and then coming back on. I did feel a little bit rough come the end of the show.
Yes, I remember that show.
How's it going, John? Enjoying it?
Yeah. The only thing I'm finding with it, I don't know how you found it this morning, is the Tamiya glue takes a little bit longer to react with the plastic.
Yeah, so I must admit, I switched and I've been using Contactia. The old Revel Contactia glue.
Yeah, I haven't got any of that.
I found that it was just a little bit better bite, because obviously the plastic's quite thick as well. So that's what I ended up. I switched over and was been using that because I just found it's got a little bit more bite. But yeah, you are correct. The Tamiya glue doesn't melt it.
When you're putting little things on, I mean, normally you can just dab a little bit of extra thin around it and it bites straight away, but it takes a few seconds with this.
Yeah.
But it does all fit together well, I must admit, considering this is all little fiddly bits.
Yeah. Yeah, I must admit, I've used the old Contactia on this one pretty much everywhere. And then, because to be honest, I was running out of time. So I switched over to super glue for the last bit and was whacking it all together with super glue. And to be honest, that's worked very well.
We've got some more updates in the thread.
Cool. I'm coming over now.
Yeah. If you get it, Ian Robinson's with his engines, because I've done the wars about them brushes, so
yeah, I've got it right here. Okay, so Ian's been working busy on his engines, so he's got the AK Extreme Metals for those ones. Very nice indeed. Very cool. Very nice. Oh, look, Adam is working on the Venom.
Looking all right, that is.
Yeah, cool. Like a Venom. Apparently the kit does require a lot of sanding and filling work though. 8 hours in the fuselage and it's finally together. Well, that's micro mile kits though, isn't it? They tend to be a little bit fiddly and then, you know, beat them into submission.
Yeah.
But I must admit, it's a cool, the Venom. I like the Venom.
It looks cool, a tank.
Hmm.
Yawn on then, with the tanks on the wings, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. You put nose weight in it.
Yeah, plenty of nose weight in there, definitely.
Yeah.
Mark, he's obviously been working on the monogram camel. Good job on that. Very nice. Very cool. I like the blade, the blade, proppy thing, and wood areas behind the cockpit. Very nicely done.
The proppy thing.
Well, it's called the blade. The spinnaker on the front.
Yeah.
Very nice. Good job on that. See,
How
another
old's that
classic kit? Well, I was going to say, got to be a classic, that one, isn't it?
Again, though, I suppose, you know, for a biplane, they are what they are, aren't they, in real life? So they were, you know, I don't know. I've never seen a monogram biplane. Did they do any others apart from the camel?
I don't know. I think they did do a few, if I remember rightly. Didn't they do the DR1 and things like that as well? I'm pretty sure they did a series of
the DR1 a funny scale, a one.
No, that's Ravel's 128. That's Ravel's own, not monograms. Ah, somebody will tell us. One of our friends.
Good,
But no, really good job on that one. Well done. If we pop over in here and we have a flick of refresh, see if anybody else has put anything up on the Instagram.
Just a top tip from Terry on here. After building several of the Rubicon kits, I do prefer the Revell glue. I found the Tamiya left a brittle joint. Took very little to knock off a wheel or whatever it is. So switch glues, John.
Yeah, John, change glues.
Oh, they did an SE5.
Yeah, I knew they did some funny ones.
Ah, yeah, SE5, yeah.
They had a bit of a spell doing them, didn't they, I think?
Oh, British, didn't they?
So, yeah. Anyway, down over here, we've got the Thud F105 48 scale. Looking very nice as well. Do you know what? The last time I built one was the monogram kit.
Was it? Did you rescribe it or leave it?
No. Raised, left it.
Left it. Yeah. That cockpit on that kit is amazing on the monogram kit. I'm not saying that the rest of it's probably okay, but it's got a brilliant cockpit, if I remember rightly, the 48th one.
The Century series, wasn't it? All of those kits were absolutely mega.
Did you do the Weasel or the D or the G?
Yeah, I did the G, yeah.
Yeah, I like the two-seater. That's one of the aircraft where I prefer the two-seater to a single.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't know what it is. It looks odd with just one bit of canopy on it at the front. It's so long and spindly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice. Anyway, it's got a Hataka on that one. Hataka Dark Tan.
Nice.
Over the Mr. Surface of 1500. Nice. On with the greens next. Oh, look. We've got a one-to-one go at the, how do you pronounce that? Yeah.
Yeah, nice stuff, that.
Is it nice? I haven't tried that. Is that a nice one, Nath?
It's a wheat beer. Don't ask me how to pronounce it, though.
Nathan is our man of wheat beer expert.
I like
Camera Club.
Can't beat a bit of wheat beer.
Wheat beer?
Nice. That is nice.
Proper beer. What have we got down in here? Oh, look, coming along with the Hurricane.
That's cool.
So, yeah, very nice done.
Like his little pizza stand.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
That's actually a really good idea.
So anyway, he used Humbrol number 29 thinned with MIG's odorless thinner.
Okay.
Got to do a few touch-ups on the green. And he's got to find the REF Sky blue for the underside. Very nice.
Nice.
Well, Sky's that sort of duck egg colour in it.
Yeah.
So, very nice job on that. Good job. Come along nicely. Oh, that's looking very nice. So, yes, there we go. So, we've got the Worn Toilet F100. Used AK Extreme Metals. Still going to put on a few blue tints. And with the oils to make things a bit messy. That's looking really, really good. That is down the back end of that, like that.
Yeah, that is good.
Mm.
Again, another thing that looks good in the sea camo, isn't it? The Super Saber.
Yeah.
Along with obviously the F105.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, looks cool that.
But no, that's really, really nice with the burning through effect. It's amazing, really. Can you imagine an aircraft today doing it? Oh, don't worry about it. It was burning through the paints. It's got so hot. It wouldn't work this day and age, would it? So, yeah. And I like the way it's like got danger, isn't it? Heat down here. No shit. It's burned through the paint, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Pilots come back. Oh, I was in afterburner for quite a while. No shit. But, no, very nice job on that. Very, very nice. Here we go. A few more bits. Oh, look, there you go. Reference shot. Nice. Oh, I think you've nailed it. That's a
good reference shot as well, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, really good.
Cool. Very, very good job on that. And, well, yeah, that's it. That's it for that one. So, yes. Good job. Right. How's Festa doing? You got any eyes yet? I'm waiting for the eyes to go in. Are you going to put them in the next 10 minutes?
No.
Oh.
I've run out of steam, if I'm honest. I'm proper tired. And I'm really annoyed with my blooming lid's gone off my brush.
Oh.
So I'll be ripping the place to bits when we're finished to find it.
You have to go and get a straw.
Yeah, that's the... Oh, I'll nick one off another brush. One of the AK ones, because they're a bit cheaper, aren't they?
Yeah, one of the dodgy ones.
Yeah, that's just annoying me, because I not long obviously took it off. But, yeah. The thing, because I've done a figure for a quite... Well, not this scale. Obviously, did that little figure for the ambulance that was on the diorama, but again, that's a while ago. It takes me a little bit to get back in the groove of doing them.
Yeah, yeah.
And you've had a bit of a break, figuring it all back out again. But yeah, it's getting there. Like I say, he's looking a bit anemic at the minute. I think he needs a bit of colour in his cheeks, and you know, like I was saying earlier. So yes. But somebody was asking, what I meant to do it earlier. Let me just flick back cams a minute. About books for figure painting. I had a question from after Thursday about recommended books.
Yeah.
And he was asking about, I've got the wrong book out here. I've got the diorama book. What a plankton. About this book.
Hold on. Right, I've lost you. There you go. Yeah.
About that book, and is it worth getting because it's expensive? A definite answer is yes, because some of the quality of the work in it is amazing. But it's a bit like the diorama book, and the other is a step by step of different ways to paint, like from acrylics and oils, and you know, if you want to do, and even gives you recipes as well.
Yeah.
You know, for different things. But yeah, I mean, some of that's just amazing, isn't it? Different skin tones. There's that thing I was on about. Look, make a face down.
All right, yeah.
Cool, warm, and then yellow at the top.
It's
even that one. So again, it gives you all that theory of proper artists.
Yes.
So yeah, I would 100%, if you're really planning on being, you know, having a go at it. I mean, glazes, it just runs through glazes and all that for blending and stuff. So, yes, I recommend that. But the other books I recommended as well, which you can get, are the Mr. Black publications.
Yeah.
That's a little one on the par. And then I've got quite a few of these, but I'll just show you that one, which is I buy figures by MJ Miniatures. Who's just obviously German figures there, but then that was just a little pamphlet on painting that bust. And they do a few more, I think they do on Africa Core and that. So they're really good books as well. Not as in depth I would say, but they do, you know, they do go through painting heads and flesh and
yeah.
You know,
but it's a proper step-by-step walkthrough.
Yeah, this one more so. Some of the others are just sort of, I suppose, reference books if you want, but they're done. So you have to pick and choose, do a bit of research, but obviously going through uniforms and so I use them all the time, to be honest. I think they're good. They're a good guide and just a good reference point. I'm sure as well. I've got a little AK book and I cannot find it. There's a few others that are out of print that are good books. I don't know if it's still at work, but I've got. Oh, that's the other one. There you go. They're the little AK books as well, which again is just if you're just doing skin tones, all different sorts of skin tones with different paint and all that sort of jazz.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
like I say, you can never have enough reference material. There you go. That's doing the AK thing. Look.
Yeah.
So again, they're always good because you can get recipes off them and then just tweak them to your own personal taste.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, because he was on about the flesh set, weren't he? One of the flesh sets. I think it was the Vallejo one.
Yeah.
Which I showed the AK one, but to be honest with you, they're pretty much the same tones in it. Again, you just need to add a bit of colour, like I say, a bit of blues, bit of reds, whatever you want, purples, and just add a bit of life to the flesh. So yeah,
the AK books we did do a pre-order on a while ago. We were talking about doing another one, aren't we, Matt?
Yeah, I think so. If anybody's interested, again, we'll put it back up, and if you're interested, then yeah, we can get them in. If you are, the aircraft one's good, isn't it? The diorama one's a really good book. Like I say, that figure one. Brilliant if you want to dabble your hand in that sort of thing. So they're very in depth.
Yeah, and that's what you want sometimes. You need a little bit more information, isn't it?
Well, it's good guidance in it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Adam says, what will get third gen primer off a model?
IPA probably.
I was going to say it's lacquer based, alcohol based, isn't it? So IPA, yeah.
Or a mild paint stripper, like I think you'll get it off with it. Brake fluid.
I was worried about brake fluid on plastic.
Yeah,
because it's bloody hot stuff, really. So yeah. I would say, spritz your model with a little bit of IPA. Or sort of rubbing alcohol, I think they call it elsewhere, and then bung it in a Ziploc bag.
Oven cleaner. That was the other one.
Oven cleaner.
Mr. Muscle. That's the one.
Mr. Muscle.
Tool cleaner's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say tool cleaner's a bit harsh, isn't it? Jesus.
You'll just have a blob of styrene, won't you, after the end of that?
Weren't we just discussing apparently our tool cleaner is basically the same stuff as the extra thin glue? Can you imagine what will happen?
Yeah. To be honest, Adam, I'd go with the oven cleaner rather than the brake fluid.
Yeah.
But brake fluid does strip paint off, but be careful.
Just get a bag, put it all over the kit, put it inside a bag, seal it up.
Chuck it in the oven for an hour.
200 degrees.
200 degrees in the oven.
Just leave it for I don't know, 6-7 hours, whatever. And take it out and then start rinse it off in the tap. It should all come off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Done it many a time in me youth.
In me youth.
Yeah, as to say, the great thing about using IPA as a thinner is that it, as a remover like that, is it won't affect little things like obviously clear parts. It won't stain them or obliterate them. Yet if you go through strong stuff, it might obviously damage those.
How come you need to strip it?
Can't you just rub it down and go again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it that bad?
But you think, when I did Buster originally, as that was the first test we did we did Buster with IPA, put him in a big Ziploc bag, left him overnight, and just rinsed him under the tap. Everything came away, and it came off all the clear parts, and it left all the filler and all the clear parts absolutely fine. Reprime it and go again. So.
Jeff says Dettol will work treat stripping acrylics.
Does it?
Does it?
Oh, that'd stink your ass out there, wouldn't it? Getting the Dettol out.
Smells like hospital. Wouldn't it? Hospital ward.
Jesus.
It'll remove the all the germs from it.
Yeah, that's it. It will be COVID free.
Sanitize your model.
There's a lot of people saying about the Dettol thing.
I've never really used Dettol.
I haven't.
Don't like the smell of Dettol. That reminds me of being a kid and having my niece shoved in it by my mother.
Yeah, praise.
TCP as well.
Yeah, TCP. All those things that used to burn like hell.
Yeah.
All right. It says it's got a crap texture and parts have really pulled up. Can't sand it as it's raised detail and rivet. So yeah, but
strip it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, one would say, is your greys hurting? Oh, yeah, a little bit. Next minute, TCP or Dettol on.
Yeah, I've got a small graze which actually is bearable, and then they come out with the TCP, and it's like. I remember that I was about 7 years old, and I jumped off my mate's wall and landed on a milk bottle on my knees, and it shattered the milk bottle and went in my knees and all the rest of it. So before going to hospital and having it done properly, my mother decided to have a go herself with a bowl of Dettol.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Paul Selwood mentioned it.
I said it builds character.
I've still got the scars on my knees to this day.
Paul Selwood mentioned that VMS do some paint stripper, Matt. You've used it, haven't you?
Not VMS. I've used AKs that we've got. We do actually sell AK paint stripper that I have actually used, which worked. But to be honest with you, I think they missed the muscle stuff. So I'm interested with that Dettol. I'll be talking to Leslie when she goes, can you get us a bottle of Dettol, please?
Ed says, gorgeous smell of Dettol reminds me of having tats. Jesus. Most of them put, like, you know, a nice little soothing cream on. Not Dettol. Your place is proper hardcore.
He does live in Chesterfield. He is from Chesterfield.
Well, this is it. Do they just splash vodka on your arm, you know?
Different breed they are.
It's a different breed up there. Jesus.
Yeah. They're like the obnobs of the
obnobs of the world.
Yeah,
Jesus.
like a rich tea.
Yeah. Oh dear. But yeah, no, I used to, as I say, I think the easiest way is if you're doing anything stripping, to say, like the guy's saying, airlock container, but you can get the big Ziploc bags, you know, like freezer bags in Tesco's and that. They're great for it. Just pop it in, zip it up, and then give it a big switch round every now and again. Leave them overnight, and it just falls off.
Hey, Ed's from Gloucester, really. How did you end up in Blooming? Mind you, I can't say nothing because I've ended up in Donny, so. Yeah. But yes. That was a culture shock, weren't it, coming from Gloucester to Chesterfield?
At least I've stayed in the same county.
Right, okay. Shall we have a look round? If I start whilst you go, because we're running out of time, kids.
Yeah, we are.
So, funny enough, I've managed to finish me Huey Lewis and the News. All done. And again, it's not that small. You know, we were often saying about, you know, how small is like 156. I thought it'd be a hell of a lot smaller. It's not. Not compared to the 72nd one. This thing's almost twice the size. So, very, very happy with how it turned out, to be honest. Can't complain at all. My first Rubicon kit I've ever built.
Not your last.
It definitely will not be last. But literally, not being funny, I did a little bit off camera, clearly. We did a little bit of paintwork on the inside and I did the deckling and that. But generally, you saw me do everything on this. And to come to this stage of it and having it all done like this in just a couple of hours, I think is testimony to the kit as well, because it didn't slow me down at any point. We just literally pushed through. But the decals are really, really nice as well. You've got loads of decal options with these kits. And again, I think that looks just as smart as anything else I've done. You know, I would call it, you know, I know they say it's play and it's war gaming and that, but to me that's a model kit. And it's gone together an absolute treat. Clear parts all in there. They all fit a dream. No fit issues whatsoever right the way through. Painting wise, again, pretty simple on the inside. A little bit of dry brushing, a little bit of weathering, bit of texture on the floor and that. And then generally, though, just right over it with a bit of real colours. And then
I hope Mr. Rubicon is watching the recommendation.
Yes, that's it. Am I on commission? Should be.
I tell you what, you could probably sell that to the wargaming community for a fair penny.
Yes, but no, really, really, I must admit, I am impressed. Again, it's always nice when you have a go at these things properly and see what you can do with it. And yeah, I can honestly say I have thoroughly enjoyed doing that build. Didn't give me a single problem all the way through. So I will be back. So next up for me, I'm going to have a go at the Bofors gun, I reckon.
Yeah.
Now John's doing us as well. I reckon that's going to be really cool. So, happily, highly recommended your Rubicon kit. And again, for what do we say it is now? 30 quid?
30 quid, isn't it?
30 quid.
We'll figure it anyway. So anybody who wants one, they'll get some discount off it anyway.
Yeah.
For our members, if you know.
Members, you'll get a discount off of that anyway.
Discount off the retail anyway. So, Andy will get something up and...
we said, well, this next week, yeah.
Yeah, get your name down if you're interested and we'll get them in for you. Because like I say, I'm itching to build one now as well. So I'm going to have a look. Because I've got the Tiger 2 up there.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have a look at some of the other stuff. Because like John said about the quad.
Yeah.
The gun tractor and stuff, I'll have a look because there's some interesting bits because I've got a Huey as well, like you, and so it'd be nice to do one. But it's not a bad size, like you've said. It's not small, but it's not massive. I'll tell you what, they need to 156 Jolly Green Giant next.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, you should say that would be perfect to go along with this, and they could probably do a Chinook and things like that. They'd be really, really good ones to do. Yeah, and a little Loach to go along with it as well.
I wonder if they are going to dabble in the helicopter market, because if they're doing modern warfare stuff or more modern conflict, shall we say, even though like the Vietnam War was like 60 years ago, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you do the maths, but you know what I mean. It's cool. Yeah, I think there's going to be some really, really interesting stuff come out. So good on them. Keep it up.
Good stuff. But no, I'm looking forward to doing some more of their stuff. And again, I didn't do the figures or anything because I haven't got time for that. But as a kit point of view, absolute must. Love it. If you want a bit of a mojo build, something else like that, something's a real straightforward build, highly, highly recommend it.
So are you there with the Bandai still then?
I wish if that could be Bandai, that's the thing. I think it's one of those things that, I often build if it's straightforward and no problems and it just goes together. It's like a Bandai kit. So that's a Bandai kit. It's, really, really nice. Fantastic.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. Right. Who wants to go next? Matt, do you want to go next?
I can go next if you want. Not that I've done a lot. To be honest, it's been one of them days. But I've done a bit more on my figure. As you can see, he's starting to get a bit of shape to him. Mm-hmm. A lot more refining to do, but he's looking better. It's getting a bit the transitions getting a bit softer with the blending. And then, like I said, I've got to add colour in his eyeballs and all stuff like that. I just wanted to paint his helmet just for the contrast. Yeah. Obviously in grey, you don't get the proper sort of look of what he's going to be like. So that still needs work and stuff like that. So that's that. And then obviously earlier on I was playing with my tank. Mm-hmm. See that? Let's pull the camera back out a bit. So nice. My little tank turret just as a test bed. So I've got the oils bleeding. So again, I'll just have a play with that at some point over the weekend. Get the oils on it and stuff. So so apart from an absolute epic fail, obviously I'm trying to chip that. Yeah. The rest of it with the air spray and stuff, and obviously showed you how to use Gen 3s, which have gone down really nice. Can't complain about them. Really smooth as well. Silky smooth.
Nice.
You could probably decal straight over that. They're that smooth.
Yeah.
So so not the most productive day I've had at the bench, but still.
Well, no, we've seen a lot.
Enjoyable.
Indeed, definitely. Right, Nathan, how's it going? Oh, look, all together.
The thing I need to do to get ready for paint is mask the little windows underneath. Yeah. It's ready.
Very nice. So what's your verdict on the kit?
Oh, it's an absolute belter. But it sits properly. I was worried that it'd be a bit like sat to one side.
On the sides. Yeah.
It's sat properly. Lovely. Mm-hmm. Any fit issues am I doing? Mm-hmm. Can't complain for the price. This was it, Series 1 Airfix or Series 2? So about £11, I think. Bit of a bargain.
Beautiful, lovely little kit.
Yeah. Cool. Just need to order some paints from PM Models now because I haven't got either of the colours.
Fair enough, no problem. And Andy, how's it going?
Right, I've got obviously my cockpit's all in now. It's all together. I've built the tailplanes and the rudder, which are obviously movable, and I've just put that on as we're talking, and I was a bit worried that because normally they're very loose, aren't they, when they're movable? Yeah. But this is like really, really nice. It's Tammy kit, isn't it? Supposed to be, so.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm impressed. So these are all ready, done, waiting to go on. So.
I'll tell you what I love about that kit is obviously you can pose it with the gear up or down.
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah, I didn't realise at the time.
Yeah, that's it. It's got, obviously, it's all posable, and you can have it on its stand, and you can put the belly tank on it, on or off, and all those different things. Got some really, really nice options with that kit.
Yeah.
Very nice. It'll be exciting to see that one come along over the next few weeks, months, years.
No, weeks. I want to get it finished for end of June. So.
Oh, right. Okay.
For the
right. Did we all hear that, everyone? He said he's going to have it finished by the end of June. So join us in June for late night modelling with Mr. Molyneux.
It's only been
what year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but it's only been 3 weeks I've been doing this now, and it's
come together quite well then.
Halfway there.
Yeah. Got all the engine to go. Yeah, that's the fun bit.
Yeah.
That's the nice bit. Actually, you won't have a problem with that. The engine's a dream. Goes together really, really nicely.
The only thing I'm not sure about is whether to get some aftermarket Rolls-Royce things for it.
What, the cover head, the rocker covers? Yeah, I could do, because they don't have them on the kit.
No.
Yes. Get some Merlin ones.
Yeah. It's not a... Because the American ones didn't have them, did they? But obviously it's not a Mustang, so...
No.
Yeah.
Cool. Very nice. Right, John, how about you?
If you can see it, dinky little thing.
Yeah, very nice.
But again, there's no fit issues with it.
Mm-hmm.
It is a little bit fiddly because there's lots of little parts on it.
Yeah.
And I've discovered that works okay with it.
Right, okay.
That's fine. So basically all I've got to do now is put the wheels on and the armor plate thingy on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty much done.
Cool.
So yeah, I like you. I'm quite impressed with them, I must say. I will definitely be getting the quad tractor to go with it. To do a little diorama, I think.
Yes. Yeah. I must admit, we looked on the show, was it yesterday? We were having a quick flick through their website, wasn't it? On Friday night, wasn't it? And some of the little dioramas on there and all the rest of it that people have done, they're absolutely mega.
Yeah.
So,
do you get figures with that, John?
Yeah, there's 5 figures with it.
You get a crew. All right, nice one.
You got a full crew with it.
Cool.
Nice.
So yes, highly recommend.
Cool. Very, very good. Right. I don't know if we've got anything left on the in our chatty thing. Let me just double check those before we go. Oh yeah, Richard's just finished his D9. Very nice as well. Done some weathering on that one. Looking good.
Get a bit of inspiration, Phil.
Inspiration. Yes, that's it.
That's really good.
I don't know what colour to do mine in. That's the thing. Desert's probably the easiest colour to work with, isn't it? Because you can weather that and it's all going to show up really nicely. If you're going to go with the dark colours, it'd be quite difficult to see. But so, yes.
Cat yellow.
Cat yellow, that's what we're saying, isn't it? The thing is, because this has got all the armoured glass.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I don't think they have that trouble in the Yukon.
No. Well, you never know, you know.
But yeah, bears and stuff, I suppose. But no, it does look cool. Lots of inspiration. Good job on that one, I must admit. And we've got David. He's been working on the little egg plane for the on the 109 nut.
That's cool.
Very nice. Very cute. Very, very cute. Let me just check. Oh, wrong one. Can't show that one. We'll get copyright strikes.
So just thinking, Mark, that camel's from 1979.
Oh, we're up to date with that one as well.
Oh, good then.
Very good. We are all sorted and all done. Well, listen, don't forget whilst you're here, don't forget to pop along to obviously the Flory Model store. If you want to grab anything from down in there, you can do. It's always much appreciated. As I say, we've got washes down in there. We've got obviously sanders, and we've got pigment, and we've got a deal on the merch running at the moment. And then obviously over at the PM store, yes, you can get your thinners there as well. But obviously you've got 15% off all model kits, and there's 20% off kinetic kits that are already done, as we spoke about before. Obviously that excludes the damaged box section just down in here, and obviously the extra special section here, because obviously they're discounted even more than normal anyway. So there's a few things down in there. I'll be back with you this week with a review for that particular kit as well. So I've got the old Lightning 2 down in here. But yes, anything else you need?
Yeah, just a quick reminder, mate, while you're on. The MiG Productions stuff is on clearance.
Yes, good point.
Yes,
because we ain't got a lot of it left, but once it's gone, because that has now been discontinued as a line from AK who own MiG Production. So if any of them enamel products you want, grab them.
grab them whilst you can, because they're going fast. As we can see, we're selling out already.
I'm going to say we've got them discounted, so
yeah. So if you do want to save yourself some pennies there, they are all discounted right there as always. Just forget, if you do want to sign up to Flory Models, if you like what we do, just pop along down in here. We've got the membership section down in here. Full details right the way through. You can do it. If you're like rest of the world or Europe or anything else like that, feel free to use Patreon. Otherwise, you can just obviously use us directly. Send me an email with where you are in the world and I'll send you full details right the way through. So you can catch all down in there and see what we get up to, pretty much this, every day of the week, because that's what we do.
Signing up to Flory Models also gets you the pre-order discounts through the Flory Model site from Peer Models as well.
Yes.
Because we do quite a lot of pre-orders, don't we?
We do lots of those. So yes. There we go. Right. Okay then, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us for the day. It's been very much a fun and enjoyable little thing with this one. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, you want to give us a thumbs up, a like, subscribe, anything else like that, be much appreciated as well. So until the next time, everybody, which hopefully won't be too long away, we will say good night. Happy Easter. I hope you enjoy the next few days off as well. And we will catch you all again very, very soon. Say goodbye, gentlemen. We're all out of here.
Bye.